Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm going to do a video in preparation for my online Zoom class tonight. One of the cards which everybody's making is this one, using the Flower and Field DSP patchwork piecing card. So I'm going to show you how to do this. This is mainly for the benefit of my ladies that are doing the class tonight, but some other people might want to have a go at this card as well. So basically you do 4 card fronts are cut out, which you then have to patch and piece together. To do this, sorry, that has come off. That's the centre of the daisy, like that. I'll stick that on in a moment. So basically the design of there are 4 cuts here. There's one across that way, then one down there and one down there. And I'm just going to do the 4 cuts on camera so that you can see what I'm talking about. You take 4 pieces, this is 4 pieces of the Flower and Field Designer Series paper, which are 3 3/4 by 5.5, 3 3/4 by 5.5. Put them all together and the new Stampin' Up Trimmer will actually cut 4 layers of Designer Series paper at the same time. Now obviously you can make yourself a template like this, but I'm just going to, as they say in the trade, eyeball it. So I'm going to put that like that, so that I've got a nice, hopefully equilateral triangle there. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm holding the papers still so they all cut together, and I'm just cutting that first top triangle off. So I'll just check by keeping it still that I have cut off, and I just haven't quite cut off the last one. So I'll just put that down there and just cut off the last one. So that's cut off those 4, and the best thing is to keep them together. And then you turn the Designer Series paper and you want it to cut now so that it's halfway along this line and more than halfway. Let's see if you can see that properly. More than halfway along that line. So roughly about there. Obviously it's going to work out slightly different for each one. And I'm going to put that up and then down to make sure I've cut through all of them. And then I'm going to put that there because that's the next piece. And then I'm going to turn this piece, keeping them all together, so that I'm halfway along there, but more than halfway along this line. So I'm going to take it like, they're going to be different every time, but sort of like that. Up and down, and that's that piece, and then that piece, okay? So you can see now they all match together. So you need a piece of coloured cardstock or white cardstock. I've got some white cardstock here that you're going to adhere them to, but the first thing is to sort them out. So if I just move that over, if I move them over a little bit, then hopefully you'll be able to see them. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's got to be swapped over because you want a different one in each one, and that's the last one there, that's the last one there, that's the last one there, and that's the last one there. So I've got 4, I'll just layer them up, 1 on there because I'm doing this class tonight, so I'll need to get this out tonight to show people. That one, and then I've got that one, and then I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I've got my piece of 3 3/4 by 5.5 there. I'm just going to get a new thing of Tombow actually because I'm nearly run out. Thankfully I always have spare Tombows in my drawer, so I'll just quickly open up this pack. Okay, so brand new. It's really nice opening a new thing of Tombow. Okay, so I'm going to just get the glue coming out, and you always, when you put the glue on, you don't want to add too much. I just scribble like a pencil, okay? So I know that that's going to go into that corner. See if you can see, if I just move it up a little bit there. I think you can see that, yeah. hopefully. There we go. And then I'm going to take this one. I'm going to stick that, put the ends together. Now it doesn't matter if it doesn't quite go that side. You can trim it off afterwards. That's not a problem. The person who I originally saw who did this video actually you can cut the base a bit bigger, and then you can just trim it off afterwards. And then that piece goes on there. I don't think I cut that quite down to 5 3/4, but I will get my trimmer now and cut that down. Just put it in there, and I've cut it down. There we go, and then probably could just trim off the side there as well, just a tiny bit. The advantage of one of the many advantages of this trimmer is it will just cut off a slither really well. So that goes on, and that's what the card looks like. So I've used this dies from the Painted Moments, I think they're called. It goes with the poppies, those dies. This is a stitched circle die, and this sentiment comes from this stamp set, which is a really fabulous stamp set called Happy Thoughts. I could have used the thank you, I could have used the, well obviously I used the thinking of you, I could have used the happy birthday, and then I could have used one of these to go inside. So that's a really useful stamp set. Now you notice on my card, on this card, I've actually, the triangle is down here, so the whole thing, I'm just going to stick this on so that it's stuck down. There we go. I could put that on dimensionals if I wanted to. So you can see the triangle here is at the bottom. So you can either have it like that, or you could have it horizontal or landscape, or you could have the triangle at the bottom and the whole thing upside down. But I quite like it with the triangle at the top, but it's up to you. And this is one I've done with the Dandy Garden Designer Series paper stack, which is 6 by 6. So that shows you how to do the patchwork piecing for this card. And then I'm just going to show everyone, there's a box to go with it. And this is the base of the box. So the base of the box is cut out at 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. And I'm just going to show you how to cut the rest of the base. I've cut one side, so this is 6 7/8 by 6 7/8 cardstock, and it's scored at 2 inches around each side. Okay, so basically you just cut either side of the gully opposite where I've cut. For my ladies, I actually cut one side for them so that they could see what they were doing. Might have cut both. I think I might have actually really spoilt you this time and cut both sides. So that's that piece. You just cut a little slither out like that, and then you just cut across like that, and then again like about there, and then you just do a little slither off the side at an angle like that, at an angle like that. So it means that when you actually put the box together, it means it actually closes up better. I'm just seeing if I've got the actual box to show you, but I've put it somewhere, I can't find it. But anyway, this is what this looks like. Okay, so that will go up like that, and then these pieces will go inside like that, and that'll stick like that, and then these pieces will go in like that, and then that will go like that, and that's the finished box like that. Okay, and that's the finished box like that. And then the top, that's one side there, and then the other side I'll just show you how I cut it. So I have it so that the groove is facing up a little bit, so I'm going to cut either side. Can you see that? Yeah, I hope so. Like that, and then I'm going to cut in like that, and then up to there, and then across like that. So that's one side done, and then the other side is going to go up like that, and then up the groove to the groove like that, and then you're going to cut on the inside of the groove so that you get rid of that bit, and then you want to get rid of this little rectangle at the side as well. Okay, So then to fold the box together, you would use your bone folder, is always a good idea. So I always have mine to hand. And this is a reinforced box. You'll see there's an extra flap here which reinforces it when you put it together. So I'm just going to do all the folds like that and like that, and then the other side like that and like that. So this is the sort of thing we do in my online classes. So if you want to join in, we usually do, well this month they're every other week on a Thursday. So that will go in, those two will go like that, and then these pieces will bend down like that. It's only £10 if it's a kit class, a bit more if it's a product-based class. So that is the actual base of the box, that's the lid of the box, and then this will be the base of the box, okay, and then the lid will go over the base obviously. So that's how you put the base together, the box together, and then you would tie a ribbon around it and put a label. So I hope you've enjoyed that short video. Bye.